Manga Chapter Review. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. I'm joined as always by Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
That's so true. Chainsaw Man, Chapter 133.
Chainsaw Man
Protest. I believe that's a chapter title, right?
Yep.
That's so true. This was a pretty good chapter.
I like this chapter a lot. It's weird because, like, I'll say, like, it encroaches in some, not full political discussion, but it's got some politics of Chainsaw Man involved, and then it's got some very interesting character drama here. Is what I'll file that under.
Josh loses his composure a little bit, bro.
Josh loses composure when his boyfriend doesn't listen to him, even after his boyfriend offered to tongue his butthole for like a month or something, right?
Average
Twitter
user be like. So
this
chapter, I really enjoyed it. I think that it was very interesting to kind of see, like the direction that Dennis is going, kind of his perspective on a lot of things. Getting to see Josh again, obviously. Josh is always cool, getting to see him. And then obviously at the end, the best part, getting to see Dennis and Natalie's relationship kind of more on broad display. I think that this was a phenomenal chapter through and through.
Yeah, so let's just get right into it, shall we?
Let's. Starts off, we get to see some protesters, I think anti-Chainsaw Man. And Josh is like, I wanted to show you these protesters. They're calling for public safety to treat Chainsaw Man as a devil, to put him down. And it says, but why? I'm a good boy. Josh says, because they don't like you. Dennis just kind of looks and goes, oh. Those guys,
he hits him with the dollar store face.
He does.
Oh.
Because those guys clashing with the protesters are following that Chainsaw Man church thing, right? Why are they fighting the protesters? Josh goes, because they like you. I
just now realized on this page, like, they just had like Josh's paneling of him like the one that's just above and below.
Oh yeah.
That.
And also I really like the line of because they don't like you, because they like you. Like that's just really cool.
It's so simple. It's so simple. Like there's nothing else to it.
Effective.
Yeah, they just don't like you and they like you.
And then it's just kind of looks at him and he goes, feels kind of nice having people fight over me.
And then he once again hits him with the dollar store face.
Does. Josh goes on, before, the Chainsaw Man Church consisted largely of your fans and devil victims. Recently, though, increasing numbers of young people are joining just for the hell of it. I'm told membership now exceeds 20,000. The bulk of them are still in school, but eventually they'll be old enough to vote. Apparently, politicians are already starting to contribute supplies to the church, too. You no longer have sole control over Chainsaw Man. Hopefully it would stop at these smaller protests, but there was a chance of Chainsaw Mania evolving into a larger conflict. Then it kind of looks and he goes, and what do I got to do to see Nayata and the dogs? Josh goes, I want you to do absolutely nothing. And Dennis goes, what's that mean?
And then
Dennis hits him with the Josh.
No, not Dennis. Yeah, Josh.
Yeah. I'm asking you to never transform into Chainsaw Man again. And Dennis just kind of looks a bit disgusted and goes, hell no. And then Josh drops even more on him. He says, if you keep turning into Chainsaw Man, we'll be showing you Natalie's corpse. Like, uh-oh. We just get Dennis kind of looking at him. Josh, I heard that you no longer live a normal life. Dennis is still looking. Simply stop transforming and that dream comes true with Natalie at your side. This is your chance to be human again, Denji. I just want to say, I don't know if it's intentional on Funny Water's part, but I like the fact that the speech bubble of this is your chance to be human again, Denji, is on a panel of two people fighting. Like, I don't know if that's intentional meta commentary on something.
Just listen to the song, Brandon. Just listen to the song.
No, my ears are closed. I'm not listening to the song. I'm not listening to the song.
I don't know if it's fully intentional. One thing I like, and I mean, it's a more common trope in a lot of things, but it's usually whenever, like, I know, I'll call them antagonists. Like, when antagonists are like, they're forcing the protagonist, but like, this is your chance to be normal, like a weird, twisted way. This would be sort of trying to give Denji what he, like, wanted. Like, just, you could live a normal life with Natalie, don't have to worry about conflict, and so, like, just take the deal, don't transform into Chainsaw Man, just shut up and, like, just live your life with her. Don't do anything.
Yeah, it's like, it's a decent deal.
He didn't have to say that they'd be showing the corpse, though. Didn't have to drop that bomb. Could have tried it the night
before. You have to scare him.
No, I'm joking. Like like for the most part. Like you could have tried being nice first.
Just throwing it up there. Just throwing it up there.
Just throwing it up there. What if we killed your adopted daughter? Just throwing it up there.
Let's just throw it up in the air. Let's just throw it up in the air right now. It's there. It's there.
It's there right now.
And then Josh drops one of the lines of all time and goes, "You'll go to school the same as always. I can even hang out with you as a friend." Bro thinks he's him.
After after threatening, yeah, we'll show you.
I'm gonna kill your sister. We can be besties though.
Yeah.
And he goes, "You'll go home to those who love you, Natalie and the dogs. Live as a human, Dennis. You'll be happy enough even without being Chainsaw Man, won't you?" He kind of sits there and he says, "But I want to be Chainsaw Man. I want everybody to pay attention to me." And Josh looks at him and says, "Do you understand me? If you turn into Chainsaw Man, public safety will kill Natalie." Dennis yells, "I don't want that either, but I also don't want to stop being Chainsaw Man. I want people to fight protesters for me." And Josh goes, "Look, Dennis, the time has come for you to choose between Natalie's life and your greedy desires." And Dennis goes, funny iconic panel, he goes, I choose two choices." Josh yells, "You can only choose one." He says, "I choose both." Josh is actively losing his composure. He goes, "Don't you care if Natalie dies?" We get the funny Dennis saying, "Protesters assemble, kill this guy for me." And then Josh just smiles, fully loses his composure, and goes, "He's even dumber than I thought. This is the most emotion we have ever seen Josh show, except for maybe the panel of Bro is flabbergasted."
One of my favorite posts from this entire chapter is like, dude kept more composure getting his ass beat by Kwanzai than he did this chapter.
He totally did. But then we hear a voice says, "Denji," and then there's Natalie, and she goes, "Dennis."
I just noticed in the thing where he says Nayuta, I just noticed a person getting punched in the face. Right
yeah, I know. It's good. And he goes, "Natalie." And also in the panel of Natalie saying Dennis, you can see Meowie on top of the dog.
Oh, I do.
And then in the bottom panel where Natalie runs up and hugs. I love that panel, by the way.
And there's just a dude on the ground behind him.
No, you can see Meowie on the dog again.
Yeah.
Bro's actively living his best life.
And then
Natalie goes, "You stink." He goes, "Because I haven't had a bath." And then Josh goes, "It's too soon to let them meet." And then our little public safety guy goes, "Huh? You weren't done yet?" And Josh is done. He's mad. He goes, "Listen to me, Dennis. You were about to choose Natalie's life and get sent home together. Why?" This is probably my favorite panel from the chapter, though, where Dennis is holding Natalie there. That's very nice.
And he's glaring him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Josh goes, "Whatever. This must have proven it to you. If you turn into Chainsaw Man, public safety will kill Natalie." And Natalie goes, "Excuse me? Dennis, tell this guy to F off now." Josh and Dennis just kind of stare at each other. And Dennis goes, "You done? Then we're going home." And they go home, and Josh goes, "Did he not understand me?" And that's the chapter.
So you read a lot of it. Let's look. I was gonna. Okay, I had to rephrase. I was gonna say let's look back, but I can't say that now.
That's so true.
Yeah. So just reassessing the chapter, it's a very interesting conversation. It's a simple conversation that they're having. I mean, but there's more to it than that. But like it's just simple. It's like we don't want these protesters getting out of hand. Stop being Chainsaw Man, or else we're gonna kill Natalie. And we once again, it's almost like seeing a child in an adult conversation. Like just, I mean, you know, he is still, but like. Just with his mentality, like I choose two choices. Like that's how like a 5 or 6-year-old would probably act. Like I want both. I won't give up anything.
Yeah.
And
that's an interesting thing. Also remembering Dennis's upbringing, where it's like, I mean, bro hasn't really had a chance to mature like that.
No, exactly. But it's just interesting seeing like him and his personality in an actual more like adult situation of like, stop doing this or else like we're gonna kill someone you love.
Lol, trolled.
I firmly believe Dennis would go to war with the entirety of public safety before, like, letting them kill Natalie.
Absolutely, he would.
This chapter, I stopped. I was scrolling through. I just stopped on the page. Protesters assemble, kill this guy for me. I stopped. I like seeing how protective Dennis is of Natalie. Just like their dialogue with each other is just very fun. Like the "you stink, I haven't had a bath yet." Just stuff like that. It's very.
All right, we are so back. All right, cool. Now that happened, we're so back. So, Kyle, you were saying.
Yeah. So I don't remember exactly what it was, but what I can say now is it's a little bit too late for Josh to try to make an offer for Dennis to live as a normal person with Nayuta, because the Chainsaw Devil and one of the Horseman Devils living together, that there's no way that that can ever be a realistically normal situation. It's too far gone for them to be normal. We know that. I mean, he even says what to say. He says, "I want everyone to pay attention to me." He likes the attention. He likes being Chainsaw Man. I I don't know what he was trying to offer. Oh my god. Okay, I just noticed something really stupid. Okay, look at page 8 out of 15, right?
Yeah.
Do you see the one with the panel that says, "Did you understand me?"
Yeah.
From how it's structured, it looks like that table is a part of like Yoshida's stomach. Like you see, like the wood looks like his belly with his shirt lifted up. I don't know if you can see that.
Stupid. Yeah. I know. I see it.
Yeah. Anyway,
what did Fujimoto mean by this?
What do you mean by this one?
But also, so something I was gonna say about Josh being like, you could be human again. Dennis doesn't want to be human, because I mean, think about it. The last time he was human, he was in debt to the Yakuza.
His life
he had
sucked.
to kill his dad. His mom died of an illness. The only good thing that happened to him was Pochita.
Pochita.
Everything good that has happened to Dennis has happened after he became Chainsaw Man, because he was Chainsaw Man. He can't give up being Chainsaw Man because he was never happy as a human. Like being human, like becoming Chainsaw Man is the best thing to ever happen to him.
I would also, I'm gonna twist what you say. I think it's simultaneously the best and worst thing, because Dennis has gone through hell. Literally, hell.
Literally, among other things, right? Among other things.
I mean, I would say it's simultaneously the best and worst thing to happen to him, but I think in the brain of Dennis, I think the pros outweigh the cons. Like you said, as a human, right, there was only cons in his life. He really didn't have much. He was left in debt. A lot of bad things happened. But with being Chainsaw Man, I mean, to be honest, right, the reason I think he wants to continue is because he wants to pull bitches with it. And like, it's simple, but it works for Dennis. The pros outweigh the cons, and it's better for him to be Chainsaw Man than it is to be Dennis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so that's why he can't give it up. Like, it's the same way that he can't give up Natalie. Like he is Chainsaw Man. He can't just give up being Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. Because I mean,
he can't give up Natalie because she's his family. Like, she's the exact same. Like, he can't lose someone else. It's just like he's already lost.
Not again.
He lost power. He killed his dad. Like, Natalie is all that he has.
Yeah.
Until, of course, him and Asa make out with tongue.
Eventually gets tongue, and then one of them accidentally bites the other one's tongue off, and then we have our redo.
And then out comes Yujiro Hanma.
That's so true.
But yeah, no, I think that this chapter was great. Getting to see Josh be funny was great. Again, being like, he seemed pretty like insistent on it. I almost want, this is something people have thrown around, is like, you know, what skin does Josh have in the game, right?
Yeah, why is he doing all this? What is his motive? And I think it has something to do with what we saw last chapter with him in the room and the mysterious arm that Chainsaw Man fans measured and are already measure scaling with. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Well, it'll be very interesting to see, I think, going forward. And so, is there anything else that you'd like to say about the chapter, Kyle?
During the little technical mishap, I read some of the some of the signs from earlier on in the chapter. They were kind of funny. There's not much, like, again, this chapter was pretty good. I think it's a lot of surface level stuff. You know, I mean, there's some deeper discussion that we have, but like on the whole, good chapter. Liked seeing him get Natalie back. And if I had to guess what will happen next chapter, I'd like to say that we're gonna see Asa and Yoru this time.
I think we're heading back to Ashley.
Yeah, because usually this happens. This has happened recently in between these arcs where we get to see Dennis and some of his mishaps, and then I think we're going back to Ashley. And what would be a funny name for Yoru?
I don't know.
Anyway,
what's a good female name to start with Y? I don't know. We'll think about it.
Yeah, Ashley and Yolanda.
Yolanda. Oh my gosh. Well, if you're this far in the video, obviously there's something like be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us what your favorite part of this chapter was. So, we hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope to see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.